10th standard students, today we will start the second chapter of geometry, that is Pythagoras theorem. In previous class also you have studied the Pythagoras theorem. In a right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining sides. This property you have used. In a right angle triangle, it is a right angle triangle. Suppose it is A, B, C. Side opposite to the 90, it is called hypotenuse. In a right angle triangle, hypotenuse square, this formula you have studied. Hypotenuse square, it is equal to side square plus side square, and you have used this formula also. It means in a right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse, it is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two sides. This formula you have studied, you have solved the problems. And second point that you have studied, that is the Pythagoras triplet. Pythagoras triplet. In Pythagoras triplet, there are three numbers, natural numbers. In a triplet of natural numbers, in a triplet of natural numbers, if square of greater number, if it is equal to the sum of square of remaining two numbers, then these three natural numbers, they are called together, it is called the triplet of Pythagoras. Example 5, 12, 13, it is a Pythagoras triplet. Square of 13 is 169, and sum of the squares of 5 and 12, it is also 169. Then these numbers, they are called, it is called the Pythagoras triplet. Like this, there are many triplets that you can find, 6, 8, 10. This is also the one triplet. Means in a triplet, there are natural numbers, three natural numbers, and if the square of the greater number, it is equal to the sum of the squares of remaining two sides, remaining two numbers, then that numbers together is called the triplet of Pythagoras. Now, for more information, in a textbook they have given there, if A and B are the natural numbers, A is greater than B. A is greater than B. If A and B are the natural numbers and A is greater than B, then A square plus B square, this is a one number. Second number, A square minus B square is square, and third number, 2AB bracket square. These are the three numbers. It is called the triplet of Pythagoras. Then you can use value of A and B, any value, and then by using this formula, it means A square plus B square bracket square, it is equal to A square minus B square, its square, plus 2AB, its square. This is actually the formula. Then this is the greater side and these are the two remaining sides. By using this concept, you can find the number of Pythagoras triplets. This also you have studied in 8, 7, 8, 9. It is a recall. Next point is there, you have studied in 9th standard, that is the 30, 60, 90 theorem. Now we cannot take this theorem, but you must know these theorems. 30, 60, 90 theorem. What does it mean? If angles of the triangles are of measure 30, 60 and 90, then this formula you have studied, side opposite to 30 degree, side opposite to 30 degree, it is equal to half into hypotenuse. And side opposite to 60, 60 degree, it is equal to root 3 upon 2 into hypotenuse. These are the basic formulae that you have studied in till 9th standard. One more theorem that you have studied, that is the 45, 45, 90. It is also the right angle triangle. It is also right angle triangle. It is also the right angle triangle. That is 45, 45, 90. It means if measure of angles of a triangles are 45 degree and 90 degree, then it is called 45, 45, 90 triangle. Then side opposite to the 45 degree. This formula also you have studied, side opposite to 45 degree. It is equal to 1 upon root 2 into hypotenuse. These are the basic formulae that you have studied. We have completed the similarity. Now we have to study the right angle triangle similarity. That is the main topic. Now we have to study the similarity and right angle triangle. In your textbook they have given the theorem there, first theorem. In a right angle triangle, if the altitude is drawn to the hypotenuse, then the two triangles formed are similar to the original triangle and they are also similar to each other. Now see here in this figure, in triangle ABC, angle ABC is 90 degree, therefore it is a right angle triangle. If the altitude is drawn to the hypotenuse, it means you are drawn the perpendicular to the hypotenuse, then you get the triangles, two triangles. It means that original triangle is divided into two triangles and both the triangles are right angle triangles. These two right angle triangles which you have obtained, they are similar to each other and they are similar to the original triangle ABC also. Now how to write the given, how to write the proof. Now you can say, it means you have, remember here you have to show all the three triangles. Which are the three triangles? ABC is there, it is the original triangle. Second triangle ADB, this triangle. Third triangle BDC. Now there should be a proper sequence and proper correspondence between the vertices of the two triangles. Then only you are able to write to prove. What is to prove? All the three triangles, you have to use the proper correspondence. There are some ideas also that you have to remember. Now, in triangle given, in triangle ABC, angle ABC is 90. Original triangle is a right angle triangle. Then you have drawn the perpendicular BD. BD is altitude, or you can say the perpendicular to the hypotenuse AC. Then what is to prove? I will say you can write the proof afterwards also. And those can remember the idea, they can. Like this. These are the three vertices of the original triangle ABC. B is 90, here D is 90, in triangle ADB, D is 90, in triangle BDC, D is 90. In all the triangles, there is a right angle vertex. Now, suppose you will take the sequence of the vertices of the original triangle ABC like this, ABC. Now, B is 90 degree. In this triangle ADB, which is 90, D, therefore B corresponds to D. In this triangle ADB and triangle ABC, which is a common angle, this angle A is common angle, therefore A corresponds to A. Now the remaining third vertex of the second triangle, that AD, that both we have taken, the remaining vertex is B, therefore C corresponds to B. Remember this sequence. One acute angle of the original triangle, you have to take the common and you have to use the right angle triangle vertex. Now suppose ABC, this is the original triangle and you have to show this triangle similar to this, then also B, here B is 90, in this triangle D is 90, therefore the B, it corresponds to D. In both the triangle ABC and this triangle, which is a common angle, that is the C, therefore C corresponds to C. Now which is the remain vertex of this triangle? We have taken D, we have taken C, now which is remain? That is a B, therefore here B. Remember this sequence. If you do the mistake here, you cannot prove. Your theorem will be wrong. And next theorem is also totally, it depends on the sequence only. Therefore, you have to write the to prove. When you have to write to prove, then remember this sequence. I can say here first, it is second and this is third. Suppose these are the three angles. What will be the sequence there? This first is congruent to first here of this triangle. These are the two triangles. Now we will take this triangle. This first is congruent to this first. This second, it is congruent to this D, that is both 90, this second, and then third vertex that will come here. Means original triangles, third vertex is C and third vertex of this triangle ADB is B. ADB. Remember this sequence again. Now this triangle you have to use, see their sequence, first, second, third. Now you have to start with here first, here second and here third. It means original triangles angle, right angle vertex is B and this triangle's right angle vertex is D, therefore B corresponds to D. And original triangles and this triangle's common vertex is there, common angle is there, that is the C, therefore C corresponds to C, the remaining vertex is B. Then you can write the sequence like this. Remember this figure only you have to use, and according to that, then if they will give the different figure, you have to do the practice. Therefore, to prove triangle ABC, it is similar to the triangle ADB, first, second, third. For this triangle, then you will take A1, 2, 3, that is ADB. Similar to the third triangle, again use the sequence 1, 2, 3, that is BDC. This is very important. Now then, what will you do? Original triangle you will show similar to the these new triangles. Means first you will take ADB, It means you have to show ABC similar to the ADB. Now, proof. First step. In triangle, I will not change the sequence of vertex. In triangle ABC and triangle ADB. Now, first write the common angle in both the triangle, that is A corresponds to A. Therefore, angle A congruent angle A, common angle. Second, take the right angle vertex thing, angle ABC, angle ABC, it is congruent with the right angle of this triangle ADB, angle ADB, each 90. Here common angle. And therefore, triangle ABC, it is similar to the triangle ADB by AA test. This is statement 1. Now, second step, in triangle ABC, original triangle is ABC and triangle first, second, third. First, second, third. Now for this triangle BDC. Again, first take the common angle in both the triangle, that is angle C congruent angle C. It is a common angle. Then take the right angle, angle ABC. It is congruent with this D is 90 here. Then read like this, BDC, angle BDC. Then reason is each 90 degree, and therefore triangle ABC, it is similar to the triangle BDC by AA test. This is statement 2. Now, by combining the first and second statement, you can write like this. Therefore, from 1 and 2, triangle ABC, it is similar to the triangle ADB, it is similar to the triangle BDC. This is very important theorem. This triangle ABC is similar to both the triangles which are formed when we draw the altitude to the hypotenuse. This triangle, original triangle, is similar to this both the triangles, and both the triangles are also similar then. If first triangle is similar to the second, if first triangle it is similar to the third, then second and third are also similar. It means triangle ADB, it is similar to the triangle BDC. This is also the important system. You should be able to write the direct correspondence now. Do such a practice. Practice is important. Once you will study the theorem, if you will do like this work, if you give the numbering like this, it will be easy for you. No need to take it difficultly. Make it easy. First, second, third. First write the first, second, third. Then first is congruent to first, third is congruent to third. Second is here 90 in both the triangle. This second is 90. Remain here like this. Then you can remember only this trick. This is first, this is first, this is third, this is third. In this way you can make a design and you remember forever, so that you will be able to write the proper correspondence in exam, though they will give the different names, but remember this, such a design there, and then you can solve the problems there. Now, second property is there, second theorem is there, that is called the geometric mean corollary. What is the geometric mean corollary? when you will draw the perpendicular to the hypotenuse in a right angle triangle, if you will draw the perpendicular to the hypotenuse, it means BD is perpendicular to the hypotenuse AC. This perpendicular is the geometric mean of the segments into which the hypotenuse is divided. Now, when we draw the perpendicular BD, then this hypotenuse AC is divided into two parts, AD and CD. Therefore, you can say BD is the geometric mean of AD and CD. This property you have studied in 9th standard in chapter ratio and proportion. If A, B, C are in a continuous proportion, A, B, C are in a continuous proportion, then B is the geometric mean of A and C. Then you use the formula B square is equal to A into C. This formula you use, and therefore we have to study the second property, that is called the geometric mean corollary. With the help of this theorem only we are going to prove it. Now, second theorem that I told, it is called the geometric mean property. Now, the sentence is given in a textbook. In a right angle triangle, if the perpendicular segment to the hypotenuse, same figure we are using. It means if a perpendicular is drawn to the hypotenuse, perpendicular segment to the hypotenuse is the geometric mean. It means this BD is the geometric mean of which segment? Geometric mean of the segments into which the hypotenuse is divided. Hypotenuse is divided into AD and CD. It means you can write like this also, sentence BD is the geometric mean of segments into which the hypotenuse is divided, that is AD and CD. It means you have to prove there BD square, it is equal to AD multiplied by CD. Now what will you do? You will draw the same figure, use the proper sequence, study, repeat it. Then you have proved there ABC is similar to the ADB. Here you have proved there ABC is similar to the BDC, and from the statement first and second we have written all the three triangles, they are similar to each other, and therefore the last statement that you have written there, triangle ADB is similar to the triangle BDC. This is the third statement, and this statement you will use to prove this. Therefore, in triangle ADB and BDC, what will you do? Now see there, what is to prove? BD square. It means you have to take the two ratios which contain the segment BD. In both the ratio there should be one term BD. In such a way you can take the two ratios which contain BD. Now here I can mark this BD. If I will take BD, then it corresponds to CD. And second, when I have to take this BD, then I should take AD. It means both the ratios that contain their BD. Therefore, take the ratio AD upon BD. AD upon BD is equal to, now this BD you should get. Now this BD upon, then you will get here CD. You are taking corresponding sides are proportional. These two triangles are similar, therefore corresponding sides are proportional. We have to take the two ratios, but see the proof. BD square, here BD is twice, two times. Therefore, you take the two ratios which contain the segment BD. In this way you can take. Now then by cross multiplication, AD multiplied by CD is equal to BD into BD, it is a BD square. And remember this property, perpendicular drawn to the hypotenuse is called the geometric mean of the segments into which the hypotenuse is divided. Remember this, AD multiplied by CD. You have to solve 2 marks problem, 1 mark problems, objective, even you have to use this theorem in 4 marks problem. This property is very important. Perpendicular drawn to the hypotenuse is the geometric mean of the segments into which the hypotenuse is divided. You cannot learn the sentence, but at least remember the property. This property is very important. Now students will study the Pythagoras theorem. We have to prove the Pythagoras theorem. You know the Pythagoras technique. The theorem is, in a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of remaining 2 sides. Square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of remaining 2 sides. Now the same figure I have drawn, triangle ABC. Again remember, I will again try to use the same figure, same technique, how to write the correspondence. First take the triangle ABC. ABC, which is 90, B is 90. Here you can mark B is 90 degree. When you have to use this triangle, when you will draw the perpendicular, then the original triangle is divided into 2 triangles. Both are right angle triangle. You have to use the proper correspondence and write the similarity. Now, when you will take this triangle, you have to show this triangle, original triangle ABC similar to the triangle, this triangle, first triangle. Then the same technique, first, second, third. Then this acute angle, it is first. We have given the 2 number to the right angle vertex here, then you can give the 2 number, and this is then third. Similarly, then I can write this correspondence, first, second, third, that is A, D, B. Now for this triangle, you have to show similar with the original triangle. Which 2 angles are common? Which two angles are right angles? That is D only here. Therefore B corresponds to D. Then here I can write there 2. I have given the 2 number to the right angle triangle vertex of the original triangle. Therefore 2, 2 you have got. The original triangle and this triangle, which is a common angle, that is angle C. Angle C is common angle. Then like this only, the first, third, third. Means original triangles angle C and this triangle, for this triangle angle C, both are common. Therefore C corresponds to C. And here B is 90, here D is 90. Which is the remain vertex, that is a B. Then you can give here number 1. Like this you can remember this. This first is congruent to this first, this third is congruent to this third, and this C, that is the number 2, that both right angles. You can use such a design and remember the correspondence. Then same technique, only the what will change, the proof to prove will change. Now if BD is perpendicular to the hypotenuse, that is a part of the construction in the figure, BD is perpendicular. Now what is to prove? In a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining 2 sides. Therefore what is which is the hypotenuse here? AC. Then AC square, it is equal to AB square plus second side, that is a BC square. You can write it in the given or you can write it in a construction. It does not make a difference. The similarly then we will show the original triangle that is similar with this first triangle ADB by the same method, which is common angle. Angle A is common in the angle A. Here B is 90, here D is 90. Therefore, angle ABC is congruent to the angle ADB, each 90, and therefore triangle ABC, it is similar to the triangle ADB. This is the first part. But in case of this theorem, you will see there, you have to take the ratios of the sides properly. Now, you have to find the value of first AB square. Therefore, take two ratios equal which contain AB, Now, suppose I want to take this AB, then here you have to take corresponding side AD. Therefore, AB upon AD is equal to, here again I will take the AB. To get AB, I should take their AC. Therefore, AC upon AB. And therefore, by cross multiplication, AB square is equal to AC multiplied by AD. For this theorem, you can give here the statement 1. Same theorem, similarly, triangle ABC, it is similar to the BDC, we have to show. Now, angle C is congruent to angle C, that is a common angle. Angle ABC is 90, here angle BDC is 90, BDC, it is 90. Again, triangle ABC, it is similar to the triangle BDC. Now, here I have to take BC square. Then when two triangles are similar, then take the corresponding sides proportional. Then you have to use the BC, this segment twice. It means you have to take the two ratios which contain the BC segment only. Here BC, then I will take the corresponding side DC. Here I have to take the BC, then I should take here AC. Therefore, BC upon, you will get DC is equal to AC upon BC, and therefore by cross multiplication BC square, it is equal to AC multiplied by DC. This is statement second. Now, in next part you will use first statement and second statement. Here you have done the addition of AB square plus BC square, then same thing I will take AB square plus BC square is equal to, now I have got the value of AB square. What is the value of AB square? AC multiplied by AD plus, what is the value of BC square? AC multiplied by DC. Now, in both it is a multiplication, There is the addition of two multiplications. Now, in both the multiplication, which is common? Here AC, here AC. Then I will take the AC common. What will you get in the bracket? AD plus DC. Again, AC is equal AC into. Now, what is the addition of AD and DC? Here AD plus DC, you will get total AC, as they are collinear, A dash, D dash, C. We can do the addition, and therefore AB square plus BC square, it is equal to AC square. It is a Pythagoras theorem. It is proved. Remember this. Now, the last theorem, that is the converse of Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem that we have studied. Square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the remaining two sides. Now, what is the converse opposite to it? In a triangle, if the square of one side, you can say the greater side, square of one side, that is the square of greater side, it is equal to the sum of the squares of remaining two sides, then the triangle is right angle triangle. This property you have to use to find there whether that given triangle is a right angle triangle or not, and therefore you have to use this property. Now, in a triangle it is given. Now, see, write properly given. In triangle ABC, square of one side, you can say the greater side. Now, here it is AC. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Then the triangle is right angle triangle. Then to prove, we have to prove this triangle is a right angle triangle. It means you have to prove there angle B is 90. Angle ABC is equal to 90 degree. Now, for this theorem you have to do the construction. Draw the triangle PQR. Draw triangle PQR such that PQ it is congruent to the AB. QR is congruent to the BC, and angle Q is 90. It is important. This is a right angle triangle. Here we have not taken right angle triangle. You have to prove this triangle is a right angle triangle. Therefore, we will not, if you will show by mistake, if you will show here B, this mark, suppose you will do there, then it is wrong. Therefore, remember this. You have to prove there B is 90. We have constructed the triangle PQR such that PQ is equal to AB, QR is equal to BC. And it is a given. AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Now then see, proof. In triangle PQR, angle Q is equal to 90 degree. If it is a right angle triangle, then you can use Pythagoras. Then what is the, how will you use the Pythagoras? Square of hypotenuse, that is PR square. PR square is equal to, hypotenuse square is equal to sum of the squares of remaining two sides, that is PQ and QR. Then PQ square plus QR square by Pythagoras. Now you can use the given, construction. PQ is congruent to the AB. Then here you will get AB square. QR is congruent to the BC. Then you will get here BC square from construction. Now, PR square is equal to, now AB square plus BC square, this step you have got, but see the given AB square plus BC square, it is equal to what? AC square. Therefore, you can write here AC square, you can say here from given, and therefore PR, by taking the square root, PR is equal to AC by taking square root. Now, you can say here the statement 1. Now, in triangle ABC, and triangle PQR. AB is congruent to PQ. Then BC is congruent to QR. That is a construction. And AC is congruent to PR. That is from statement 1. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to the triangle PQR by SSS test. Therefore, angle ABC, it is congruent to the angle PQR. Now PQR is 90, angle Q is 90. Therefore, angle ABC is equal to 90. Therefore, triangle ABC is right angle triangle. This property you have to use when you have to identify the triangle is right angle triangle or not. Then you have to, when you have to use this property, then you have to make the square of the greater side first, then carry out the sum of the squares of the remaining two sides. If both the values are equal, then only the triangle is right angle triangle. Now we'll use this property when we will solve the problems from the exercise and the problem set. You will understand this.